email from Barbara who says she doesn't buy the fact that scientists have brought back the wolf that we were talking about, the dire wolf. It's it looks like a dire wolf, but it is
Barks
not.
like a dire wolf.
Barks like a dire wolf. Acts like a dire wolf, but it is not a dire wolf. It is mostly gray wolf. Others have said that as well.
Yeah, Hardo was first in on that.
Two World Hardo says 99% gray wolf. No point in calling that not a dire wolf.
Get out my face.
Barbara says the question is, why do we need to bring back extinct animals at all? They are extinct for a reason. She's going full Jeff Goldblum on this.
Yeah, you can't just introduce things into the ecosystems.
Right.
See Everglades v. Python.
Yeah.
Fact. They are extinct for a reason. Other animals have taken their place. Let's work on medicines and cures to make sure we humans don't go extinct. Well said. That's from Barbara. I think I agree with that. There's really no point in doing that kind of thing, in my mind.
And yet, people like Tom Brady and Tiger Woods, you say, have invested in this company?
They both invested. Colossus.
Is it like crypto?
Maybe they'll lose their money like that. What is it called? Colossus Sciences?
Yeah, biotech.
Good name.
Something like that.
Did you see the guy who won the golf tournament this past weekend? One, I guess, Houston or San Antonio, wherever it was, the Valero. Mm-hmm. He's the little short guy, left-hander. Takes forever to hit a shot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know him.
Twitchy fella. He won one of the majors last year. Maybe the Masters.
Oh, he won the British.
The British.
Harmon?
Yeah.
Tommy Harmon?
Yeah. No.
I went to school
Brian?
with him. I went to school with Tommy Harmon. I did. As soon as I said that, I was like, I went to school with him. I wonder how Tommy Harmon's doing. He'll probably show up on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook is the coolest thing. I don't know if you're on it.
I am.
I'll tell you what. I am playing so well at pickleball now. And people say, what are you doing? I'm just Facebooking the crap out of this. I am Facebooking the crap out of it.
But you're not telling anyone your secrets?
I don't tell anybody. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just all of a sudden.
I guess the ball's just so big I can't miss.
Every time I turn on Facebook, it's tip after tip after tip. And in my head, I'm like, do this, do this, do this. And everybody's saying, wow, you're playing a lot better. I'm like, I don't know what it is, just practice, I guess.
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
It's Facebook. It's Facebook. But so the guy, not Tommy Harmon, but the other Harmon. Brian Harmon won.
Is his name. He won the Valero. His hat, his sponsor, his major sponsor, says Megacorp. What the hell does that even mean?
What is that?
It's a Megacorp.
Yeah, his caddy has the same hat. Megacorp. I just want to thank everybody at Megacorp.
What do you call that? Like Conhugeco?
Yeah.
That buys everything? Megacorp. That sounds like something they've made up on some show.
Right, like a cartoon. It's a place where a cartoon, like Homer Simpson, would go interview.
Exactly.
At Megacorp.
Exactly. That's right. This is the story about urinals. It's America inside the numbers. They think, and this is engineers, they think they have resolved the problem of urine splashing in men's rooms where there are urinals. They have developed a surface at the perfect angle, and they have reduced splashback, they say, by 98%. The new urinal designs are called the cornucopia and the nautilus, and they have different angles. And urine stays in the urinal rather than splash out onto the floor or your shoes or whatever, which does happen.
Well, I'm sure those have been around for centuries, right?
Oh, those urinals.
Urinals of some sort.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some sort of evidence that now we know which prevent splashback the most. Like when I went to grade school, they went all the way to the floor because they had kindergartners using them up to 8th grade.
Yeah, we had that too.
So they had to.
Yeah, we had that too. Yeah.
But I don't know. I bet they splash back more because there's less catch area.
Agreed. The one that
But I think a lot of it has to do with the angle that your urine hits the wall.
Yeah, the flat back.
You don't want that. I always aim for a corner.
Me too. I do play games. If there's a cigarette butt or something in there, I'll try to
move it around.
Yeah, play a little game like that. It's kind of fun. Something you can do while you're
keep your mind sharp,
stationary. I don't want to lose my edge. I refuse to lose my edge.
It's probably one of those things where the Wrigley Field trough probably has the least splash, but they're the nastiest.
Oh, they're nasty.
That trough is nasty. I've seen it.
And when they get drunk, they slide through it like a water slide.
I don't care how drunk someone is. I would never talk to somebody if I knew them who did that.
Trough slide?
Yeah, if I was with a best friend, and he said, I'm going to slide through that trough.
That's it.
Drunk. I'd leave and leave him. Be like, well, I'm out, man.
That is disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
You're not who I thought you were.
What if everybody chipped in $100 in the men's room that day? So you know it's $5,000
to do that.
$10,000.
Yeah, 10,000. Yeah.
Hold on, let me add up my medical debt.
I'm okay with 10,000.
Well, now you're going to get hip.
Well, yeah. You may have more once you go through the
True
urine.
that.
I mean, once you go through the trough, that may be even worse for you. The one called the cornucopia is it's like, it's got a ridge on the front of it. So when you pee into it, it stays in it. You know, it's like triangular at front, and it's got like a wall on it. But I would bet this takes years and years to
replace the current.
Yeah, because nobody's going to spend the money to replace the currents. They just deal with the splash. That's all. It is nasty, though. I mean, when you walk into a men's room, if you look down in front of the urinals, you're a lot of
It's true.
splashing. It's
We used to have
disgusting.
one in this building. Thank goodness they took it out because the men's room stank.
Yeah, that was smart. It never flushed really properly, and the urine would just sit there. Yeah, that's disgusting. I was reading about what people really dislike when it comes to bathrooms and the worst bathrooms, and that Wrigley Field trough was right at the top. They said they hated that, the worst, and porta-johns, of course. But now those have really come around, haven't they?
Many of them have, yeah.
I think so. You know, I was just at that airport runway 5K, and they had old school porta-johns. They were okay, but boy,
with the sanitizer inside.
Yeah, it has a hand sanitizer, but it wasn't like now. Of course, there are what do they call them? Like Taj Mahals. I've heard of those where you ever heard of the Taj Mahal?
No.
There's
these like the ones on trailers,
and they have running water.
Yeah.
And it's called
electricity.
It's called a Taj Mahal, and it has electricity and hot water. And I mean, it's pretty nice. It's like going into a bathroom in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Usually you step up into the step up a couple steps to go into the facility.
Correct. At the porta-john I was in before the race, it's a 5K, so everybody was taking their nerve dump just before. And I go in there to urinate, and you just look down, and it's just, 100 turds in there. And you're just like, golly.
You didn't take a picture, put it on Facebook now that you're on?
No, I didn't.
You might get flagged. And then you'd lose you'd lose your access.
If I lost access to Facebook now, I'm addicted to it. I can't turn it off. All my tips, all my pickleball tips.
Look what you just did to yourself.
My pickle tips come from.
Just
tips.
no one could see it, but just the idea of losing your pickle tips made you rub your face and head. Your hair's a mess now.
I know. I can't.
You look like you just got told your family was leaving, but instead I'm not going to get pickle tips.
I can't even think about that. I can't. I'm addicted to Facebook. I cannot get off my pickle tips. But at the same time, as soon as I look at that, then it's like all these people saying how horrible I am. So
well, yeah, because then
the good with the bad.
Do you miss TikTok? Once a day, do you go look at women on the beach?
I do that too.
Don't worry, Facebook. Your algorithm will slowly adjust. You'll start getting those too.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm on.
But are they more age appropriate on Facebook?
No, you'll probably
the grannies.
No, what you'll get is
there's my TikTok algorithm right there.
I know what that is.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's a message.
Sorry, that was my dick.
Sorry about that. There it is.
There she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
Lakefront honey.
Always just hot women.
Facebook's algorithm is more younger women going, boy, I'd really like to date an older man.
Yeah.
Follow me, huh? Boy, I wish I had a daddy.
That's right. Oh, that's Facebook.
She's a stunner.
Yeah, another stunner. Now that girl's getting it from behind. Now that's
what?
Yeah, they do that. It's a promotion of Wolfberry tea. But in reality, it's a girl, she's like, you want to do this to your girlfriend? And it's only her. Like, she's really getting it sexually.
It appears she's being rogered, but all you see is her head and shoulders.
Now, here's this woman, real attractive. She's like, I've always liked older men. Maybe you want to contact me. There she is.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. She really did say that.
They don't play childish games. Are you an older man? No, I'm not.
Click here.
Yeah. That's
wow.
They all make these sexual faces at me and everything, But I tell you what, if I had to give up one, I'd give up TikTok because
I know you would.
I'm giving all these. Look at this girl on the golf course. I mean, it is just constant with it. Look,
here they come,
holding her boobies. I don't know why I have this algorithm, but
I don't know how these things.
I know.
So must be a glitch in the machine.
Must be. The point is, I would rather give up that than give up Facebook because I get those pickle tips. The other thing about Americans and public bathrooms, the thing people hate the most is others not flushing in front of them. I just saw this whole thing. Like 83% of people say, just flush the toilet. When you go into a public restroom, just flush the toilet. 73% said, I have used a toilet for customers only without buying anything. I think that number.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's higher. 73%.
come on.
You do that all the time. You go into a McDonald's or something and use a bathroom without buying anything.
I do feel bad for sometimes if you're on a road trip when you're kind of in a remote area, not the busiest of areas, and it's one person running the gas station. In fact, that happened during our Two Guys Named Chris Comedy All-Star Tour this year.
Yes.
Can't remember which city I was leaving. It's like the Bob Seger song. Bon Jovi, Wanted Dead or Alive.
That's right. Yeah, you're on the road again.
It's all the same.
Yes.
One of the names changed.
That's right. That's right.
But I was pulling into this gas station because I needed gas, snacks, and to urinate. And the woman who was working the gas station was out front smoking. She saw me pull in and she goes,
Yeah. Put out the cigarette.
So I went inside and urinated, and I tried to be clean. You know, I use the facilities properly.
Yes.
But, you know, she's the only person there on a Sunday morning or Saturday morning. Do you think she wants to clean up the men's room?
Of course not.
No.
Of course not. And did she go inside because she thought you might buy something?
Yeah, because she saw me going in.
Yes.
She knew I needed to go inside.
She has to go inside.
All right. Stubbed out her cig, and in she went.
I was taking a jog in the mountains this weekend.
I knew you couldn't just sit in the house for a weekend.
I drove down to the campus and took a jog for about,
Anybody go with?
No, just me this year. And I ran around the campus.
Everybody else have a good time?
Yeah. I wanted to punish myself. I had to.
Yeah, you have to.
No days off.
No days off. I wanted to hurt my knees.
Tombstone.
And brag about you doing it when you got back.
Come back later as they were getting up having their coffee. But, I've already been out for 2 hours.
Yeah, I've already showered.
Running. Exactly.
Hey, look who's up, sleepyhead.
Yeah. Do you remember making any donuts or anything? Nope.
No, I did not. Well, I had to. When I run, sometimes I have to defecate. And this particular, I was finishing up the run, and luckily I was fairly near a gas station on the main drag there in Boone on 321. And this gas station was open, thank goodness. And I went in there, but it was just one little guy, and the door just said employees only. And I said, baño. And
in Spanish?
He was Spanish. Well, he looked Spanish. And I said, baño.
What?
And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, cuarto de baño, por favor. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about.
I was born here.
He's like, I'm from West Jefferson.
Oh.
Lo siento, señor. I say, bathroom.
Get out of my country. This is all backwards. What's going on here?
Are you having a stroke?
He let me use the employee one. Thank God. I couldn't have made it another
Was it plush?
step. Oh, you can imagine. Yeah.
Oh, that's like, that's risky.
It was, but I had to have it.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, letting him.
Letting me?
The employee, yeah. When you.
Oh, you're right.
It's always risky when you let somebody, a stranger, use the employee only because I think I've told you before, we've had people, they go in there.
Shoot up.
High, yeah.
Yep.
Crank it.
Yeah. You can't get them to leave.
I was really sweaty.
That's the part of the part of Clerks. The guy goes in there with the porno mags.
That's right.
And dies on the toilet.
Oh, that's right. I felt like I was going to die. I just run 3 miles and I was all sweaty.
How far were you from the home?
Many miles. We were in Blowing Rock. I drove down to Boone. Old stomping grounds. My name's on those buildings.
It is?
Yeah.
In urine?
In my.
That's weird, man.
I tried to get in every dorm I could. There were so many college-age girls who were, ready to push that blue button nearby.
The panic button.
The panic button in the lobby.
Yeah, they see you running at them.
I was beating on the door like, I have to poop.
I used to live here.
I told them, they don't care. They don't care. Thank God that one gentleman who I mistook for being from Mexico was in there. Otherwise, I had no chance.